Okay, guys, let's go ahead and check some work. You were supposed to do problems 1B, 1D, 1I, and number 3. If you have not done those problems yet, please go do those first before checking your work. All right, let's go ahead and look at 1B first. 1B, I have 352 plus 68. 8 plus 2 is 10. I put my 0 in the 1's place, my 1 in the 10's place. 5 plus 6 is 11, plus 1 more is 12. That's 12 tens. So I'll put my 2 in the tens place, my 1 in the hundreds place. 3 plus 1 is 4. Make sure you put your milliliters, 420 milliliters. If you did it with place value discs, you can also look at it that way. You can pause the video if you need to check your work. 1D is 56 plus 94. I have to line those up. 6 plus 4 is 10. I put my 0 in the 1's place, my 1 in the 10's place. 5 plus 4 is 14, plus 1 more is 15. So that's 15 tens. I put my 5 in the 10's place, and I have my 1 in the hundreds place. And that is 150 centimeters. Here's 1I. 1I lines up nicely because it's 3 digits plus 3 digits. 486 grams plus 497 grams, and my answer is 983 grams. 6 plus 7 is 13. I have my 1 that goes into the tens place. 8 plus 9 is 17, plus 1 more is 18. My 1 goes in the hundreds place. 4 plus 4 is 8, plus 1 more is 9. You can also look at the place value for that. If you got any of these incorrect, if you made a little tiny error, that is okay, but I want you to go back to your work and I want you to do 1A and 1C. So if you got any of these correct, I want you to go back and practice these before going to analyze that word problem. So go ahead and stop the video and go to 1A and 1C and check those before you move on to word problems. If you got all those correct, let's go ahead and check your word problem. All right, our word problem says Sue bakes mini muffins for the school bake sale. After wrapping 86 muffins, she still has 58 muffins left cooling on the table. How many muffins did she bake altogether? Guys, I have to do a lot of visualizing for this problem because I see that word left, which makes me think of subtraction, and I see that word altogether, which makes me think of addition. So this problem really shows us that we cannot depend on keywords. We really have to stop and look at that problem, and we really have to see what is going on with Sue. So Sue is making all of these muffins for the bake sale. She's wrapped 86 of them, but she has 58 muffins left on the table. Okay, and the problem is asking me how many muffins did she bake altogether? So I want to know how many muffins she baked in her oven that whole day. Well, if I need to find out how many she made that whole day, I'm going to have to add. I'm going to have to add the muffins that I've already wrapped, but then I'm going to have to add the muffins that she still has left on the table. They're cooling, so she hasn't wrapped those yet because they're still hot. Okay, but I want to know how many she has all together to bring to this bake sale. So I have 86 muffins wrapped. Those have already cooled. And then I have 58 muffins that are still cooling. So I have to say 86 plus 58 is 144. If you made a mistake on this word problem, it's okay, but I do want you to go back before doing anything else. I want you to go back and work on word problem number 2. Let's go back and look at that word problem before you move on to anything else. So go back, pause the video, go back and work on word problem number 2. And then after you do that, I want you to come back and check your work before you move on to any other challenging problems. Okay, if you got all of these correct, great job. If you got them all correct, I want you to stop the video. I want you to go work on some challenge problems. I want you to go work on 1J and 1K. Those are challenging. So go ahead and stop the video and work on those. And then I want you to come back and check your work for those problems. Okay, let's go ahead and look at 1A, because some of my friends had to go back and do that. 1A, the answer is 120 milliliters. So go ahead and check your work. Make sure you have your units, milliliters. I asked some friends to do 1C. 1C is 820 milliliters. So if you still had trouble with these, then go ahead and practice some of these that we did not do. Okay, go ahead and practice 1E and 1F. But I do want you to raise your hand and ask the teacher for some help if you are still having trouble with these that I've asked you to do. Okay, some of my other friends had these challenging problems. Okay, so 1J, you could have turned the liters into milliliters. So you could have said 3,251 plus 1,549, or you could have just added your liters together first and then added your milliliters. Okay, but make sure you're putting those signs. Same things goes for 1K. You could have put 4,384 grams. You could have changed that kilograms to grams, or you could have left it like this and solved it kilograms and grams separately. I did ask some of my friends to do number 2. I really love number 2 because everything renames and regroups, which is pretty exciting. You have 7 plus 3 is 10, so you carry your 1 over to that tens place, but then you have 9 plus 1 is 10, so now you bring this one to the hundreds place. So, and then 9 plus 1 is 10 again, and your answer is 1,000. I just think that was kind of fun. But you were adding the cabbage and the salt together in this word problem. Okay, and then some of my, if you got these word problems all correct, then I do want you to stop the video and go try number 4. I'm going to just tell you right now, number 4 has 2 parts. It is a challenging problem, so go ahead and try that one if you have all those other ones correct. And then come back and check it. Okay, if you are back checking number 4, okay, so guys, you had to figure out, you already knew that the juice was 279 milliliters. Okay, that was a known. That was something I knew. And I knew that my milk was 183 milliliters more than the juice box. So I had to say my milk was the juice box plus 183 more. So I had to say 279 plus 183 just to find out what was in the milk, just to find how much that milk could hold. So the milk could hold 462 milliliters. But guys, you were not finished with this problem. This problem is saying, what is the total capacity of the juice and the milk? So now my juice did not change. My juice is still 279 milliliters. And my milk is what I had to figure out. My milk is 462 milliliters, so I had to add those together down here. 462 plus 279 is 741 milliliters. So I really had to go find that total. The total capacity of the juice box and the milk carton is 741 milliliters.